Hello. Now, since we have done with the footprinting in the previous lesson, in this lesson, we'll be talking about or discussing about the Reconnaissance, which is actually part of the ethical hacking practical tutorial series for beginners. So we'll go through Reconnaissance step, yeah, based on the ethical hacking step by step. Okay, so in this step 02 reconnaissance, we'll be using virtual machines such as the Metasploitable 1 and Metasploitable 2, Quaoar, Sedna, and also the Badstore. Of course, we'll be still using the Kali Linux as our pen test machine or hacking machine. Yeah, and I'll be talking about netdiscover, Nmap, hping3, and Nbt Scan. Okay, so first of all, we need to make sure that Kali is running on this configuration. So make sure that the network adapter is set to host only. This one, yep. And then click OK, and make sure that Kali has this IP address. Let me just check. I have config. Okay, so this is our IP, and the net mask is 255.255.255.0, and our network is this one. Yeah, so let's try to do some checking on this one. To start with this what do you call this reconnaissance, what you can do is you can launch the Wireshark. Yeah, this Wireshark is optional. Yeah, we can actually set the Wireshark to listen to this IP address ETH0. I mean the interface. Let it run. Okay, or of course you can just run it by typing Wireshark. Yeah. So this is the command to launch Wireshark, and Wireshark will launch, and then we let this Wireshark to listen to ETH0, yeah, for any traffic. Next is while Wireshark is running, you can actually run the first command, which is netdiscover. Sorry, netdiscover. Okay, let it run, and notice that Wireshark will be capturing, ARP requests. Now, since you know the network range of this Linux, you can also launch the network discover tool here, netdiscover, with a specific IP address. I mean specific range. Yeah, like for example here. So instead of running this, you can also running. Yeah, so this is the first command. Next, because we know our network address, you can just specify -r and 192.168.242.0/24. This will speed up the process of finding the live host. This is an example of the reconnaissance, also part of the ping sweep, which allows you to discover live hosts. Okay. So yeah, see, it's much faster. So let it run, or it's already done. Yeah, you can just press Ctrl+C. Now, beside this netdiscover, we can also use a different tool. We just right click and select new window. We can run Nmap. Yeah, so the next tool is Nmap, or you can also use let me see what's the next tool. So according to this, we'll be using Nmap, yes. Okay, so let's get back to Nmap. For Nmap, if you don't know the command, you just type Nmap. It will show you a bunch of command. And the command to scan for any live hosts, yeah, is this one. Let me see, the SN. You can use the ping scan that will scan or find the active hosts, disabling port scan. Okay, so this is the process of finding live hosts in our network. Nmap minus n. Now minus n here is used to skip the name resolution so that it will be much faster. Because we're dealing here, we are not dealing with the name. Instead, we're dealing with the IP address. So when you scan IP address, you can use this one. Or when you scan network, you can use that minus n or dash n to actually skip the name resolution check. And you can use the SN and to scan the entire network and to find the live IP addresses, and then you can put the range like 192.168.242.0/24. Oops, I think there's something wrong. I'm not sure here. Let's see. Looks like it's not giving me the correct one. Let me see. But it says that the 3 IP addresses are up. Yeah, let's see. But it says that 3 IP addresses are up. It doesn't show me the 3 IP addresses. One also is up. Okay, let's see. Nmap. Let me check. Simply list the target to scan. Let me try again to this one, SN. Nmap minus n minus SN. Then 192.168.242.0/24. Yeah, we have the same one. I'm not sure why, but I was able to find several IP addresses here. Looks like my Nmap does not give me the correct result. Let me see what's the problem. So let's try this one. Route add or IP route default or add default 0.0.0.0 via device ETA0. Wait, I think I got it wrong. Let me see. I remember that I did some we got some notes here. Let me see I did some I wrote some here we need to use the IP route, something this, so let's try this one. So IP route at default via something, okay. Then after that, let's ping let's run the command. So what I did was this one. We add the default route and we do the scanning. Wow, this is the correct one. So now I got the correct addresses here. It has the same result as 8 host ups. All right, so we have roughly the same result as what we did or what we have in netdiscover. Okay, so next tool that you can actually use, let me just minimize this, is the tool called Nbt Scan. Yeah, so you can do Nbt Scan like this, and if you already know the address, I mean the range of the address, you can just type Nbt Scan, let's say 192.168.242.0. and we need to put the -r to specify the range, and /24. See, it's a lot faster. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to mention that I'm actually using Kali Linux Metasploitable 1, Metasploitable 2 Quaoar, and also Sedna. But seems that my Badstore is not yet what do you call this, detected. Let me check IP address of this one. Yeah, I think we got 143 as the address, but let me just verify the configuration. It's host only. How come it was not detected? Let me check based on the result of our previous scan. Yeah, for 143 is detected, but maybe because it was not actually running the net bias service. That's why it was not detected by using Nbt Scan. So Nbt Scan is actually used to scan the host running or via port 445, which is actually used for the net bias. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, we can compare the result, and as of now, we've got the result from 3 different tools. Yeah, let's see. 143, which is also the Badstore, is also detected using Nmap. Only it was not detected by using this Nbt Scan. So this is the command. Yeah. I also can see here. Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be here. Yeah. So once you have detected all live hosts or with the IP addresses, you can proceed with the next step. Yeah, so the first step here is actually known as the network scan or the ping sweep that will allow you to find live hosts. So basically, when you run the ping sweep, it will actually send the ARP request to different IP addresses, as you can see here. Yeah. Okay. And when you run the Nbt Scan, it will also send several commands. Yeah, through NBNS for the, yeah, this is actually the result of the Nbt Scan. Yeah, it will scan all hosts running what do you call this, net bias name host. Yeah, or the work group, right? So once you're done with this one, this first task, which is the network scan or ping sweep, the next step you can do is you can run the port scan. Yeah, it will also allow you to get more information about the host. So let's minimize this and run the scanning. Yeah, using the command. For example, I like to use the Nmap. We can use Nmap with a very fast result with a -n minus, let's say f, then 92168.242.0/24. This will allow you to scan the ports, open ports on each virtual machine in a very quick way. Let's do the scanning here. Let's see how much does it take how long does it take to proceed with the, or come up with the result. Yeah. So I can just do this one. Oh, my Bitdefender detects my scan. I'll just ignore it. just leave it running. If you want to have different type of scanning, you can actually run the Nmap using many different options. When you type Nmap, you'll see a lot of different options here. Yeah, you can do like Nmap minus SS, ST, SW, SA, SM. Yeah. So my favorite scan technique is this one, Nmap minus N. Then you can specify using all A, which is actually the, let me just show you. A means that we're enabling OS detection, version detection, script scanning, and trace route. This is actually the most complete one. So you can do something like this, Nmap minus N minus A. Then you can specify that you want to scan TCP port, and you can put S, which is the sync scan or stealth scan, minus SU for UDP scan. So we combine the TCP and UDP, and you can specify the range of the hosts, which is 1 and 2, 168.242.0/24. You can even put the result on an XML file. Like for example, we can use the minus or dash X and specify, let's say, scan my scan result .xml. Oops, I forgot to put the command, wrong command. Let me just, yeah, you need to specify O. Yeah, okay, and leave it running. Now let's see the previous scan. Yeah, this is the result. Let's go through the result. So I can find many different IP addresses. I mean, hosts with the IP addresses, different IP addresses. So we got 137. We got several ports open. 138. We got several ports open. 139. We got several ports open. Yeah, here. And then 146. We also got several ports open. Yeah. Yeah. And also 143, which is our Badstore, has only 3 ports open. Yeah. Now, with the information gathered from this port scanning, so what we did was known as port scanning. Yeah. The objective of port scanning is to find or identify open ports created by services running on your target machines, right? While the network scan is to find live IP addresses or live hosts, port scanning is actually used to identify the hosts with their associated ports and services running. Okay, and we can actually do the testing on this one. So for example, to confirm that 1N2168.137, I mean, 242.137 has SSH or even FTP, we can confirm this by running the command 137, right? Okay, so we just use the command, let's say FTP, then 192.168.242.137, and see if you can connect to the FTP. I'm not sure why, so let's try. Oops, yeah, takes a while. So now we can basically connect to the open port, which is port 21. Okay, you can also try other ports like SSH, root at, for example, 192.168.242.137, and see if we can connect. Yes. And all you need to do is to log on or log in using the username and password. Okay? So it's gonna take a while. So just put, let's say, password root, and see we can actually log on. Yeah, so it's wrong. Okay, anyway, we'll do this later on. Yeah. While waiting for the scanning to get the result, what we did was we run the Nmap with the N to skip the name resolution, with the A with the script OS detection, version detection. We also scan with the -SS to do this TCP sting scan, and -SU for UDP, and you also scan the entire host in this particular range, and the output will be stored in my scan result.xml. All right, so while waiting for this, let me check if we can actually do the other. Yeah, I will explain about how to use the hping3. Yeah, we did the nbt scan as well. So on the hping3 left. So let's see. So let's open new window and run this hping3. If you don't know anything, just type hping3. Oops, sorry. And yeah, it was wrong. You need to specify the hping3 -h. Yeah, so you can actually start by just typing or copying this hping3. We can do the scanning for a specific port. Yeah, so if you then, let's say you know the port, we can just put paste, and then you can specify, let's say, sync scan for this particular IP 192.168.242. Let's say 137, and you can specify that you want to scan, let's say, port 0 to 1024. Yeah, so you need to put the hping3, and this is what you get. Yeah, let's see if we can actually scan for or scan with multiple IP addresses. Maybe you can put something like /24 here. Yeah, it was not detected. I mean, perhaps I will need to put like 0/24. Yeah, so it was unable to scan for a specific range of IP addresses. So let's just, you can also do a scanning like minus let's see, so -s. Yeah, you can also do this normal scan like ICMP scan or even UDP scan. Yeah, you can also ping the using different ports and scan mode. So let's try -a, which is the, or you can also use the oh wait, what we did was this one. So you can use the -n, -8 or dash scan. Yeah, which will also result the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, while waiting for the scan to finish, so if you want to play around with the virtual machine, what you can do is you can download those virtual machines from here. Here we can find a lot of virtual machines to play with, like for example Metasploitable. Yeah, so you can find Metasploitable 1, Metasploitable 2. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, so we can find like Metasploitable 2, Metasploitable 1. You can also find the other virtual machine that I use, like Quaoar, Sedna. Yeah, just search for Quaoar. Yeah, here. Yeah, we got Quaoar, or also and also Sedna. here. So basically you can download these virtual machines to play with when you're doing your information gathering, even for the exploitation. Yeah. So as you can see that I'm running Kali, I'm also running Meta 1, Meta 2, Quaoar, Sedna, and also the Badstore. Yeah, you can also find Badstore from the same website. Yeah, let's find Badstore. Yeah. All right, we got Badstore. Yeah. Oops. Here. Ooh. Okay. So we got Badstore. Okay. And bunch of other virtual machines. Okay. So let's get back to our scanning. And see, we got the scanning result. So this is actually the HPing3. If you want to know more about HPing3, you can find the tutorial about HPing3 or the HPing3. Just use your Google search for HPing3 tutorial. Yeah. So this one, just an example of the tutorial about how to actually use HPing3. Yeah. You can see, or you can use this one, or try this network scanning with HPing3. So for example, you can use the command to check for port, series of port, and so on. You can also use this HPing3 for testing firewall. Let's say HPing3 to test firewall. So for example here, firewall testing, zero-day security. So you can do like, okay, the trace route, you can use the testing ICMP. Yeah. And you can also use for checking a port. Yeah, like for example here, HPing3 -1. Let's try this. And IP address, let's say 192.168.242.137. Yeah, they see something like this. This port unreachable. Let's say 143, whatever IP address we can find. Or you can also use others, like for example here, you can specify this, checking the port, copy, and run it, and put 192.168.242. Let's say 137. So yeah, so you can see the result. Yeah. So a lot of things you can actually do with HPing3. Yeah, very useful tool. Yeah, I got some result, but other result from this -A, is not yet come up. Yeah, so I'm going to get back to you as soon as I got this result from this particular scan. Okay, hang on for a while. Okay, so I'll get back to you soon. Hi, let's see what we have here. Wow, after about more than 15 minutes, I haven't really got anything yet from my scan. So let's launch a different scan. This might be because of the UDP scan. Yeah. So let's try different scanning. Yeah. Different scanning technique using almost the same technique. I mean, almost the same method. Nmap -n -ss, then sorry, -a -ss. We only scan. This time we will only scan for the TCP ports. 192.168.242.0/24. Then you can specify the output. My scan, let's say TCP scan result.xml. Meanwhile, let's stop this scan because it's very slow. Yeah, so I don't like it. We better do the faster scanning. Yeah, so notice that we can look at how the scans actually works. So it is always good to run Wireshark while you're doing anything like scanning, so that you can actually analyze what's actually happened or what is happening at the in the background, or you know, what's actually happening in at the back of the scanning. Yeah, so yeah, while waiting for this, you can always think about, you know, using different technique. Like for example, you can do a scanning like this, nmap -n. Yeah, again, if you're dealing with IP addresses, do not use the name resolution to speed up. So you can put like -s ss, the sync scan or start scan. You can also specify or add like -o to detect the operating system, and -sv to show the version number or versions of the services running on your target machine. Yeah. So you can always use this 192.168.242.0/24 as the range, or if you know the IP addresses, you can put the list of IP addresses. Yeah. And then you can put the output as it is, like for example -x -a, and by using this -OA, you will get three different type of results in three different type of formats. Okay, you can do something like this. You can put like my scan result, let's say 2 or something like this. Yeah, make sure that the output name, output file name will not be is not the same as what we have earlier. You can always run this with different command like nmap -n -su if you want, or you can try the Xml Scan. Yeah. Or if as I already mentioned, that you can use this one -ss -o, yeah, -sv, yeah, to show the version. If you have the file that has the list of IP addresses that you have, or you have identified earlier, you can always put like -il, the input. Yeah. Let me check again whether I have it correct. So -input list. Yeah, so yeah, input file name. Yeah, so you can do something like, okay, let's say let's create the let's say nano, let's say targets.txt, and you put like 192.168.137.242.137.242. What? Let me check based on my previous scan. So 373943. So 138 192.168.242.139 192.168.242.143. Okay, so we got 7, 8, 9, yeah, 192.168.1.242.146. Okay, so I have selected this to be placed in my targets. Yeah. Then once we're done, let me minimize other windows so that it won't be confusing for me. So once we're done with the list of IP addresses that you have previously identified from network scanning, you can press Ctrl X and then press Y and then press enter to save the target. So you can look at the target once again, cat targets. Yeah, so we got the targets here, and let's do the scanning using the target nmap minus n minus s s minus o minus s v. Then so we put the minus il, then the targets as the input, and you can put the output as usual. Let's say OA, let's say my scan result 3, for example. Okay, so leave it running. Let's see. Yeah, now I think I can see the result of my previous scanning. Yeah, with the OA. Yeah, this is my scanning result. I've got complete result here, and notice that because we put the minus OA, we can actually see my scan result in the list. So let's open up a new terminal and let's see ls my scan results 2 star. Yeah, minus LE. Yeah, we got 3 different formats. Yeah, 3 different files in 3 different formats. Nmap is normally used for grep. Yeah, it's a greppable format. Like you can use this grep, let's say Linux from my scan. Yeah, so it's something like that. Yeah, this will actually identify all Linux machine, so you can use this one. And if you want to look at the Nmap is just a normal text. Yeah, so let me just open up cats my result, my scan result 2.nmap. Yeah, so it's just a text file. And the last one here is the XML. This is where you can actually convert. Yeah, this is an XML file format. Yeah, so what we can do is, because we can't really read the XML, so what we can do is we can actually, convert the XML file into HTML. Yeah, the command is xsltproc, the name of the file, then the output, which is my scan result 2.html. If there's no error, you can just browse or open up Mozilla Firefox, and the name of the file, my scan result to HTML. Okay, and see what we have. This is a very beautiful scan result in HTML format. Yeah, so we can easily see the result in HTML without having to look at a very confusing text. Yeah, so you can see that the open ports, yeah, like this one, 22, 25, 53. You can also look at the services and so on and so forth. Okay, complete with the product name and service name. Okay, so let me just close this. Yeah, let's get back to my previous commands. Yeah, so this is also will result the same what do you call it, will give you the same result. Yeah, it's much faster because you don't have to scan the entire range, the entire IP range. You just need to the Nmap will just scan the targets by using the input. Yeah, let's see what we have. Let's open a new one. Then we type ls minus la, then my scan result 3 star, and you can see that we have 3 different formats. Yeah, 3 different files in 3 different formats. We can always convert this just like what we did before. XSLT proc my scan result 3, then minus O my scan result 3.html, and we can open up using Firefox. Bingo, we got the same one, right? All right. So from the scan result, you can even look at the, or yeah, see the command that you have issued, yeah, that produces this output. Okay. All right. So I will just minimize this, and notice we can always look at the result here, the text file, yeah, to find ports and so on. So notice that when we use the minus O, we can actually detect the operating system details, and when you use a minus V, you're actually telling the Nmap to show the version number, just like this one, yeah, or complete one here. Very detailed, yeah. And we use the, when you use the minus SS, you're actually doing the sync scan, or also known as stealth scanning, yeah. In stealth scanning, you can see that it's actually running the, it will actually send the sync request to the host, targeting a port number. Then if the port is open, it will send the RST reply, yeah. Okay, again, it is always good to run Wireshark so that you can actually analyze what's actually happened at the back. Yeah, you can always look at the sync requests and do the follow. Like for example, here, right-click on the one of the packet here, just select follow TCP stream. Then you can see the complete one. Yeah. Oops, we don't get anything. Don't know why. Oh, it's rescanning, and then let's try again. Follow TCP stream. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, so I forgot. I thought it's not showing me anything. Yeah, so this is what we can actually get from the TCP follow. Yeah, follow TCP stream. All right, so again, it is actually recommended to always turn your Wireshark so that you can analyze the protocol, or what's the scanning what do you call this runs, or perhaps what happened actually at the back while you're doing the scanning. All right, so for your task, since you have seen or we have already discussed about how to use netdiscover, Nmap, hping3, yeah. Again, hping3 is very useful tool that will allow you to test firewall, and you can look at some other commands here. Yeah, you can just refer to hping tutorials or hping examples. Just Google it, and also the Nbt Scan. So for your task, yeah, your task, you can explore, you can try to explore the Nmap, you know, commands and options for the reconnaissance step. Okay, example like Nmap minus SX, or S, let's say T, or something else, yeah, like S null, yeah. So minus ST or minus SN, so something like that, yeah. So try every single command and options in Nmap so that you can get more information about how Nmap can actually provide you with many different type of informations. Okay, so for more info about the Nmap, you can refer to the nmap.org and select the docs on the left side. Yeah, so you can select the English as the original reference guide, and then you can see a lot of different basics, scanning techniques like port scanning basics, open close ports, and you can also look at some of the port scanning techniques like the SS that I've already explained to you, ST, the TCP connect scan, Nbt scan, sync scan, or SCTP init scan, null scan, the acknowledge scan, Windows scan. Yeah. All right. So I believe that's all for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll continue with the next topics soonest. Thank you for your kind attention. See you again.